Hey, what's up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figure. This is from the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm comics / legends stuff that has been coming out. If you didn't check my Carnor Jax, aka Kirkanos review, go ahead and check that one out. But in the meantime, we're going to be taking a look at Darth Maul, the Sith Apprentice look. I do not have any of the Legends Maul comics or novels, but I do have these two, which are canon, and I do recommend them. These boxes have been absolutely awesome. I really like this type of art that they've been choosing, and it just pops on the shelf. And even though I crack open my figures, I want to find a way to incorporate these boxes into my display. So you have this wonderful Maul backdrop, Maul the character there with this sun ray stuff coming out. You got the Star Wars Darth Maul text up there. This is of course the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm line that they've been doing. It says Darth Maul Sith Apprentice. On the side it does say Darth Maul Sith Apprentice. You got the character right there, Black Series logo, and on the sides of this packaging you actually have some comic panels, which are pretty darn cool that they incorporated into the packaging. Even on the top there, really cool. On the back, you have this timeline of Lucasfilm, and then of course the package opens like a book to unveil the beautiful figure inside. You have the Black Series logo up here. Got the figure in the window packaging. Does say Darth Maul Sith Apprentice. Got a pretty nice shot of the comic. And we have a read-up. If you'd like to read it, go ahead and pause it there. Before we take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessory, and it is this chromed out lightsaber. I think this lightsaber looks honestly pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. There's some really nice sculpt work. I really like the red buttons, but this chrome is really nice, and as you can see, the blade is really nice as well. You can unpeg them. It's just a D-shape peg in case you want to dual wield. For a quick comparison, this is the archive Darth Maul. So as you can see, this is a way more shiny chrome here on the bottom with the new one. Here is Maul out of the packaging, and I gotta say, he looks great. I love the figure. The updated articulation and the updated mold, especially from the above the waist. Pretty much everything above the waist is new, including the torso, the butterfly joints, the arms, and of course that head, the dumbbell joint articulation. Even a lot of this draping at the bottom is actually new sculpt, and these draping in the front is actually new pieces compared to that original Maul. The only real reuse are the legs. Alright, coming in to take a closer look at the detail, I want to start off with that head. Just look at that new head. He looks angry, nasty. Look at those teeth. Teeth sculpt is really done nicely. Horns, nice and sharp. Love the paint apps up there. Of course, the shirtless, absolutely ripped, tattooed Darth Maul body. There's a nice mix of more glossy over here by the belt, and of course the more matted paint on the lower drapes, the rags if you will. Tattooed paintwork continues on the back and the arms. They did not paint the hands. I don't know offhand if the hands are supposed to be painted with the black tattoos as well. And it does, at least on camera, looks like the head, the red on the head is a little different from the red on the arms and the torso. Ever so slightly. I think these are two different shades of red, but it does not upset me, and it's not really that noticeable. So bringing these Mauls, this is the archive Maul. This is the new one over here, of course. You can actually see how new this figure is. This one, really the only reuse this figure has is actually the legs are identical. These are the large, bulky, chunky legs. On this one you have some soft goods right here, and on here you actually don't have those soft goods. And I adjusted the exposure just a little bit more so you can take a look at that. Some of the pieces look very similar, but they actually are different sculpt work. Like this here and this, that is actually a different piece. So this is surprisingly more new than I was expecting. It's really only the chunky, double jointed, large legs that is the main amount of reuse with these Mauls. But from the waist up, and even like this draggy cloth clothing, very different, and everything from the waist up is different. As far as articulation goes, this does have the new dumbbell joints that works so well. Love that head articulation. You can look up about that high up. You can look a really decent amount down. You have super awesome head tilt when you have those dumbbell joints. Love the head articulation with the dumbbell joints. Rotates all around, of course. The arms go all the way out, not hindered at all. Rotate all the way around. You can easily see those beautiful, beautiful butterfly joints. Get about a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Elbow also cuts on the lower half of the arm. Both hands are gripping hands. They can rotate all the way around, and they are both the horizontal hinge, which I gotta say, for a lightsaber wielding character, I would have had those vertical hinges for sure. I would have rather had those. Over here at the chest, you can see that cut where you're gonna get that sort of crunch dealio going. So you can go about that far back and about that far forward, and you get, you know, some nice tilt and rotation using that upper chest joint right here. Thanks to all this being some pretty soft plastic, you can kick out a really, really good amount. And when you kick back and utilize that leg articulation, it's not hindered at all in the slightest. Again, with the reuse of the legs, you have double jointed knees that go about that far back. Upper thigh swivel, the feet go down, up, and of course you have that nice ankle pivot. By the way, there is a peg on this hilt, and there is a peg hole right on the side of his little belt waist thing. Goes right in. Yeah, guys, I'd be lying if I said I was not satisfied with this Maul. This Maul is absolutely awesome. The updated articulation and just new sculpting really, really benefits this guy. And you know us here at Out of the Basement, we absolutely love butterfly joints. We believe butterfly joints absolutely saves figures, even if it is a figure that wields a lightsaber but doesn't have the vertical hinges on the hands. I still think you can get some great poses out of this guy with those butterfly joints. Let's make some comparisons. How could you not? Here is the archive Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace. This is a pretty big improvement, articulation-wise, over the previous iteration of Darth Maul. We have Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Padawan version from the Phantom Menace, looking pretty decent. The new Best Buy exclusive Qui-Gon Jinn with the photo reel. And just for some more trooper-like comparison, we have the Heavy Battle Droid and the Mandalorian Super Commando that remained loyal to Lord Maul. At the end of the day, guys, this is a pretty amazing upgrade from the previous Maul, and it gets me really excited that we might get a Clone Wars Maul in the future that hopefully uses some of this updated articulation. It looks like they killed it with the paint apps. The horns look nice, the nasty teeth, and just the anger and the hatred that the look of Maul has with this figure, along with the updated articulation, the butterfly joints, and all of the surprisingly new sculpt work, especially from the waist up. Again, the only egregious reuse is those big, chunky, double-jointed legs, but I think they are a bit more stiff. They're not as loose as the previous one, which is a problem a lot of people had with that. The lightsaber, the chromed out look of the lightsaber, I think the hilt looks better than the previous Maul. The articulation is better. And of course, you just get more detail with the shirtless look. Butterfly joints, everything. I cannot recommend this Maul enough. If you were on the fence about any of these Legends comics figures, at the very least pick up this Maul because it is such a vast improvement over the previous figure. I am super satisfied with this Sith Apprentice look of Maul. This is a great figure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you pick this guy up? What do you think of the figure just based on my review? Do you plan on getting this one? Did you skip out on the Legends wave, or did you pick them all up? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. Again, I'm Justin from Out of the Basement, and we will see you guys in the next video.